all those students who have been selected in mains exam. As you know, now the preparations for interview are going to be completed. The students who have the prior going to be interview phase. As you know, the area of economy always difficult to maximum economy students in, it may be in pre mains or interview. By keeping even you this problem of students, presently I am going to discuss certain current areas like budget, economic survey, day to day current, so that you can face the interview very confidently. Knowledgeable persons like after then definitely you will get the maximum marks in your interview. As my previous experience, as you know, students, I am sitting in interview board of Sankalp since 2017 onward, and topper candidates, it may be Gamni Singla, Anu Kumari, and some other students also come in my interview board. And recently we again going to start this interview, participate in interview board in Sankalp, 31st January, 31st December. And you will see the questions which I will discuss here from budget, you will get in your interview. You have to understand the concept, its applications, and as the UPSC demanded you, in-depth knowledge of the economy. You are not needed to cram anything. Only you have to understand the thing, because in your interview, the interviewer generally like to ask you, what is your vision about the particular issue? It may be economic area, political area, social area, etc. How much extent you are understanding the thing? That is the important issue. That is why I started since today, and you will proceed this our series of discussions continue on my YouTube channel, that is the Economica IAS. The Economica IAS. Economica IAS. You can go through this YouTube channel, the Economica IAS, and you will get that kinds of complete information regarding economy. Any other problem if you have, you can contact me. My mobile number, that is 9999237051. I will also available Sunday to Sunday in Sankalp interview board in morning period. You can also meet me there regarding any economic problem, and I will discuss complete issues regarding economy. As you know, student, our budget which were passed by the parliament in last financial year 2023-24, current financial year, which will started since 2024-25. I will discuss that one after February 1st. But presently I am discuss these issue. Students who are going to be appear, they should create their base in economy. First issue, vision of Amrit Kal. As you know, our Prime Minister of India focusing maximum on Amrit Kal, and they decided some kinds of vision. As you know, presently our government decided the target of developed India by 2047. A number of scheme, a number of project, a number of development strategies followed by the government. You also understand that one, and you will see there is the drastically change in the development strategy of present Prime Minister in comparison to prior government. What is that? You can see with the development process speed up. You can see the investment in infrastructure, that is known as capital expenditure, increasing consistently, and our economy shifting from self-employment generation. Prior, the employment were provided by the maximally public sector, but now government studies shifting in favor of self-employment generation strategy. This is kinds of strategically change in our development strategy. As you know, that is known as Modi model of investment. That is a best term in my view to say that this is the Modi model of investment, which is quite different from the initial model of development. It may be Harrod and Homer, P.C. Malnobis, Rao Manmohan, Triple P. Some extent it is a mixed model of investment. But for the better understanding, you should go through the budget economic survey and day-to-day economic current events. Then you can betterly understand the vision of present government, and that is the correct area or important area in your interview board. Now, first issue is vision of Amrit Kal. What are the vision of Amrit Kal? There are the three major points of vision of Amrit Kal which you have to memorize. Opportunities for citizens with focus on youth. Basic problem is what? And you can go back and you as the aspirant, in previous year our Prime Minister is saying here and there, we are the population dividend country. Means young generation population in our total population is highest. If we consider the working population age group 15 to, that is 59 or 60 year, that is percentage round about 65%. That is known as population dividend. And 15 to 40, 35 year, that is the youth. Government focus on the development of this youth. Why? So that we can create the maximum opportunities for employment, self-employment generation through the Amrit Kal Mahotsav. Second, our growth and job creation. Students, you are very clear. In beginning stage, government completely 1947 onward focused on only on the high growth rate. What were they thinking? That high growth rate will be more employment generating, and in this way, high growth rate strategy of development automatically eliminate the problem of unemployment, poverty, etc. But practical observations is quite different. Over the period, declining employment elasticity in different sector, primary, secondary and tertiary. As you know, employment growth rate, EGR, employment growth rate depends on employment elasticity and GDP growth rate. Two factors are the main determinant of employment growth rate. Over the period when the economy shift from labor intensive technology to capital intensive, employment elasticity consistently declined, and in this way our growth rate became jobless growth rate. Jobless growth rate. That is why under the Amrit Kal government of India focusing on which one Ji? That is growth with job creation. Means now our focus is where? More employment creation through the growth rate. Means somewhere we are going to focus on the employment elasticity creation through the strategy of development. And what is that strategy? More investment in infrastructure. Crowding in effect means creating infrastructure will motivate the private entrepreneur due to increasing profitable condition in the economy to invest more. More investment by the private sector. What is that? Crowding in effect will generate the employment opportunities. As you have listened our finance minister Sitharaman ji in parliament when she is speaking, in current financial year our target of capital expenditure is 10 lakh crore rupees. You will also see in coming budget government spent 10 lakh crore rupees on capital sector, capital expenditure, that is responsible for crowding in, and in this way more employment opportunity that relate to growth and job creation. A strong and stable macroeconomic environment, that is also very important issue. Macroeconomic environment responsible of economic crisis of 1991. As you know, at that time when government introduced the new economic policy based on globalization, privatization, liberalization, demand and supply side management, stabilization in demand side, structural adjustment program in supply side were criticized by some economists. What they were thinking? Under this structural adjustment program, government began to privatize the public sector industries. But our one economist name is Vimal Jalan, ex-governor of RBI. He simply advised to the government of India, if our government of India, what do? Improve the macroeconomic environment through changes the policies. If we improve only the macroeconomic environment, more competitive market, more effective market, then there will be no need of privatization. That is why present government focusing on maximally which one? Macroeconomic environment. What kinds of macroeconomic environment they are thinking? Strong and stable. If our macroeconomic environment is strong and stable, again it will motivate the private entrepreneur to invest more. And as you can see, government of India's policy is responsible highest growth rate of India in global economy in present financial year, round about 7.2%. And that is why, because of strong and stable macroeconomic environment created by the government through the, which one ji? Through different kinds of policies, tools, etc. Now, student, I further explain the next point, which is more important, that is Saptarishi, 7 priorities of Amrit Kal. There are the 7 priorities. What they are, you have to understand those 7 priorities. After then you can understand the vision of government, how the government is motivating the society for the development. That is, there are the 7 Saptarishi. What they are? Youth power. Means we have to realize the youth power and we have to materialize this youth power. In previous year in mains examinations, UPSC asked these questions. We are saying here and there that we are the population dividend country, but the question arises, how will we materialize this population dividend? Now the government is effectively thinking and implementing different policy for the better utilization of youth power for the development purposes. Similarly, financial sector, as you can see, our non-performing assets of commercial bank, non-banking financial corporations consistently improve, and now it is round about 5.4. Prior it was round about 18%. Why it is possible? Because of government vision 7 priorities of the Amrit Kal. Financial sector also strengthened by the government. Green growth means our growth rate should be environment protective. When our GDP is increasing, it should not deteriorate our environment. It means government are thinking simultaneously in different directions, like green energy, like green transportation, mean green investment in agriculture, that kinds of fertilizer, pesticides, which always protect the environment. As you know, in previous year's budget, government are saying that is paramparagat krishi, zero budgeting, natural farming. That kinds of the vision is promoting what? Green growth in India, unleashing the potential. Means we are utilizing those potential which we have for the development purposes. That is also the part of which one? Saptarishi or 7 priorities of Amrit Kal Mahot. Infrastructure and investment. As you know, government are motivating to state government also. I will further discuss that 50 lakh crore rupees government allocate for the state government for the development of infrastructure, and what that kinds of investment, so that we can minimize the bottleneck on infrastructure deficiency in our economy. After then, what is the target? Inclusive development. As you know, inclusive development is a wider concept. It is based upon 2 pillars: social inclusion and financial inclusion. Without financial affluency, none person can get the part of development process. That is why under Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, what the government is doing, as you know, presently 47.8 crore people open their account who they are assetless persons, incomeless persons who are opening their account under the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan account, round about 47.8 crore. You should memorize. I will further discuss under the achievements of inclusive development. Financial inclusion means availability of credit from organized sector. They can utilize that one for the development purposes, self-employment, self-economic activities, which will make them economically affluent. After then, they will be socially affluent. After then, we will achieve certain targets. What they are? Reduction in unemployment, reduction in poverty, reduction in inequality, reduction in empowerment of women, SC, ST, OBC, etc., better governance, and finally what? Environment protection. That kinds of development is known as inclusive development, which is the priority of our Amrit Kal. Similarly, students reaching to the last mile means What is our focus? To reach the vulnerable class, marginalized segment of our society. As you know, in 11th Fire Plan, our Deputy Chairman of Planning Commission, Monting Singh Ahluwalia ji, clearly identified when he going to define the concept of inclusive development. That marginalized segment of our society is excluded in both social and financially. And after then he defined the meaning of inclusive development as priorly I discussed. It means government directly focusing to the last mile, means marginalized segment of the society for the development purposes, marginalized area of the economy which has not included in the development process. In this way, somewhere government is completely focused, which one? That is under this Amrit Kal, the those area which is not completed till now. Next issue, सबका साथ सबका विकास, inclusive development. As you know, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, what he says here and there, सबका साथ सबका विकास सबका विश्वास. That is the meaning of inclusive development. As you know, in the beginning stage of development, our marginalized sections excluded from the development, they are not getting equal benefit of development. Maximum benefit of development were concentrated in few hands that were responsible for increasing inequalities, disparities in society. That kinds of problem eliminated by the government through the target of inclusive development. If you consider this inclusive development in different area, agriculture, industries, etc. First, I discuss the agriculture and cooperative societies. In setting up of agriculture accelerator fund, what is the purpose? The deficiency of fund is always responsible for the lack of development of agriculture. If this fund is available, what it will do? It will encouraging innovative startups in rural areas. Innovative startups, if they are there, that will motivate the farmer to produce particular crop more, which is utilized by our startup business for the processing purposes. That is value addition in the product of agriculture that were started by the government through the establishment of agriculture accelerator fund. Targeted funding, 20 lakh crore rupees agriculture credit targeted at the animal husbandry, dairy and fisheries sector. These are the new emerging areas. Students, as you know, increasing disposable income, changing dietary pattern of the society are motivating the people to consume other things. That is why this is emerging area. And that will create the sustainability in the agriculture farmers activities. Our farmer, if completely depend only on agriculture due to lack of monsoon, they come under the financial stress, they begin to suicide. But the government sort out that kinds of problem for the development of animal husbandry, dairy and fisheries sector by allocating 20 lakh crore rupees under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, that is the government of India strategy, setting up of widely available storage capacity, which is the major problem of our economy. If our government is availing this facility, you can see what is the facility. Setting up of the widely available storage capacity will enhance farmers' remunerations by enabling sale at appropriate time. What is the basic problem? As you know, under different empirical study, it has been found out by the government, round about 10 to 20% of total output eaten away by rat and ants due to lack of storage facility, due to lack of warehousing, cold storage, and etc. For the solution of this problem, what the government is doing, creating the storage capacity. If there is the more storage facility, our farmer can wait and watch by storing that kinds of produce. There will be minimum fluctuations in the price of crop. At the harvesting time, price of crop is very low. But when that kinds of policy were implemented, as government implement that since April 1st, 2023, now the farmers are getting better remunerations of their product. Similarly, building digital public infrastructure. As you know, previous 3 years, government simultaneously implement first ENAM, Electronic National Agriculture Market. Secondly, blockchain technology in the year 2021, 22, 23, and in the year 23, 24, drone, which are used by the farmer presently sprinkle of different kinds of fertilizers, pesticides, seeds, etc. That is the good strategy of the government for the development of this digital infrastructure. It will further enhance the productivity, marketing, etc. activity of our farmers by the development of this infrastructure, and if it is reaching to the every farmer. Atmanirbhar Bharat, under this program, government horticulture clean plant program to be launched to boost production of the high value horticulture crop. As I discussed priorly, horticulture sector is covering round about more than 10% of total crop area, and its size is increasing consistently because of increasing demand due to changing disposable income, dietary pattern of the society, and government also introduced different kinds of scheme. Swasth Bharat, that is Healthy India program. Under that, different kinds of yoga program, nutritional security program, food security program, etc. implemented. And for the purpose, government also focus the horticulture sector. Next, what is the part of agriculture inclusive development? Making India global hub for millets. As you know, under the core cereals, millet is a very important it is healthy for the diet, and that is why government support this Indian Institute of Millet Research, which is located in Hyderabad. They will promote the research for the more production of millet that will protect the what? Food security, nutritional security in our economy. In our economy. Students, further you can see, as government decided this target for the inclusive development in agriculture sector, the government also allocating the more funds for the agriculture. This graph represent in the financial year 2015 only 85 lakh crore rupees agriculture credit were available, but it increased consistently year by year. 92 lakh, 107 lakh, 116 lakh crore rupees, 126 lakh, 139 lakh, and in financial year 2022 it is 186 lakh crore rupees. And similarly, you know, Gulati and Batala study in Punjab, what they find out? The agriculture investment and agriculture growth directly related to each other. In his empirical study, he find out that if government of India increase 10% of agriculture GDP, what does it mean? 1.6% of GDP investment in agriculture. The agriculture growth rate improve by 2.4%. That kinds of linkage effect, which you can yourself realize with the picture, as the government fund allocations for the agriculture sector are increasing consistently, the food grain production also increasing. In the year financial year 2022, it was round about 319 million ton food grain production. As it was only in financial year 2015, round about 250 million ton, reach up to 319 million ton because of increasing allocations of fund under this government policy. As it is clear under the agriculture, now you can see Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas inclusive development in health sector. Student, in health sector, as you know, government focusing since beginning, and our government vision is clear because they are allocating more fund in comparison to prior. If you go through the data, you will see in health sector, in comparison to financial sector 2019, expenditure increased from 1.4% of GDP to 2.1% of GDP. Keep in mind, very important data. Similarly, in education sector, the public expenditure increased from 2.8% of GDP to 2.9% of GDP in the financial year 2023. It means government increasing expenditure on health and education. And as you can take the example of health sector, what are the government policy regarding the development of health sector? 157 new nursing colleges to be established. This is government target. Sickle cell anemia elimination mission to be launched. New program to promote research in pharmaceuticals to be launched. Joint public and private triple P model. Medical research to be encouraged. Select ICMR, that is labs. That is the government policy regarding for the development. Thank you, student. Today I sum my lecture. I further proceed this lecture tomorrow. You continue the lecture with me. Thank you.